You're listening to the new WCEG Network on WCEGTalkradio.com. Click your live stream or watch us live on your smart TV on YouTube on WCEG Network. I am Wardell Richardson, your host, right here on WCEGWood, the Hollywood of the South, for the next hour. We're the worldwide community empowerment group where we speak life to the community. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and on Instagram at WCEG_talk_radio. That's WCEG_talk_radio. And at WCEG Network. That's WCEG Network. Last but not least, the topics and opinions of those of the show hosts and guests, and not those of WCEGTalkradio.com. Ladies and gentlemen, Wardell Richardson here again at WCEGWood, the Hollywood of the South. I'm so excited for this new season. It's been a while, everybody. You know, we took a little summer break and now we're back. And of course, when I come back with the hardest and the best interviews there is. So I'm excited about my guest who's going to be coming up. But before we get to her, there's a few updates I just wanted to mention because this is an entertainment show. And one of my favorite actors passed away not too long ago, Mr. Michael K. Williams. You know, our condolences go out to him and his family. He was a great, great actor. I watched him on The Wire, and ever since then, I watched his progression in the film industry. He was an incredible actor, and he will truly, truly be missed. So our condolences again go out to Mr. Michael K. Williams and his family. Also, people, there is still a pandemic going on out here. You know, please wear your mask, protect yourself. You know, if you're going to be around people, especially a group of people, you know, make sure you protect yourself. Keep yourself. Think of everyone as being important to you. Everybody's important and has a reason to be here. So if you protect yourself, you're protecting everyone else too. So please keep that in mind when you're wearing your mask. You know, and you know, for those people, you know, I made a joke about it before, but those people who, you know, they chops ain't the best, you know, hey, you got your mask to cover you up, brother. You know, spit your game all you want to. That's a good way to think about it. So with that being said, also, you know, I still have several films that are playing on Amazon Prime. So when you get a chance, go check your boy out. The 30-Day Rule, got an award for that. It's still talked about to this day. People are still watching it. I just got a text message from somebody the other day saying they watched it and they loved every moment of it. Him and his wife sat down and watched it with popcorn and everything. So, hey, that is a great movie to go watch. The 30-Day Rule is a romantic comedy. You're going to love it. Also, there's a movie called Addiction by Subtraction, which is a psychological film. If you watch that, make sure you watch it from the beginning, very beginning to the end, because if you just try to jump into the middle of it, you're going to get confused. It's a deep, impactful movie starring myself. I love doing that project. It's probably one of my hardest projects I've ever done. You're going to love it. Just take your time, watch it. You know, let me know what you think too when you go see these film projects that are on Amazon Prime. I love to get feedback from people, you know, good or bad. You know, I don't claim to be the best thing out here, but I do the best that I can to please everybody, you know, who's a fan of mine. So please, you know, take your time, go check your boy out, you know, support me. You know, I'm right now on Amazon Prime, put my name in, a lot of my stuff come right up. So check me out. Also, there's a movie called Greed. That is a action film. You're gonna love that. You know, just check me out, put my name in, it'll come up. A lot of people love that project as well. But speaking of projects, you know, I got a lot of great projects coming up. Also, my film company, Rain Dance Films, is in production. We had our first table read not too long ago. It went really well. Everybody's excited. So we're looking forward to shooting that real soon. Everyone, if you're watching this and you're in the film industry, you know, email me at Mr. Wardell Richardson or raindancefilms@gmail.com. You know, send me your headshots, resumes. You know, I will keep you in the file because it's a TV series. So we can switch people out all the time. That's the best thing about TV series. You can create it and it can go any kind of way you want it to go. So please send me your emails to raindancefilms@gmail.com. With that being said, I want to get right into my interview. This woman I've been wanting to interview for a very long time, and I'm excited to have her on my show. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Miss Tawana Williams, the Hope Coach. How are you?
Hey, I'm well. How are you?
I am wonderful. I am so happy to have you on my show.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
You are an amazing woman. I posted your reel, and people was calling me. It was like, man, I remember her. It's crazy, but a lot of people have seen you on TV prior to.
Yeah.
You've definitely made a name for yourself. You've been all over the place. So start from the beginning. I want everybody to know, where you from. If you're not from here, how did you get to Georgia?
I am from North Carolina. Actually, let me just tell the audience who I am. For those of you who don't know, I'm your girl, the Hope Coach Tawana Williams, your messenger of hope, help, and inspiration. And I was blessed to be born without arms and impaired use of my legs due to the drug thalidomide that was given to my mother during pregnancy. Then my mother told me there was nothing that I could not do. And I had a Grandma Rogers that did not play with me. And when I was 4.5 years old, she looked me in the eyes and she said, T, you must not have needed arms because God didn't give them to you. She said, nothing's missing. If you don't have it, then you don't need it. And those words continue to resonate throughout my soul. And yes, I've overcome some major adversities and challenges throughout my life. I was gang raped during a home invasion, raped by my stepfather. I was addicted to crack and cocaine for 10 long years. I've experienced abortion, motherhood, a stroke, and a mild heart attack. So I know that I'm here to give you hope and to help you overcome whatever adversities and challenges you may be facing in your life. And that's why I am unarmed, but dangerous, and an eagle without wings. Woo-hoo, that's
man. Hey, you just said a mouthful. I don't even know how to show over. No,
I'm just saying.
That was a lot. That was a mouthful. I mean, you've been through so much in your life, and here you are today, a motivational speaker. You smiling, and the one thing that gets me that you say is, I'm blessed to be born without arms. Can you explain that to me? Because a lot of people right now, they going through challenges. They're feeling like they're defeated because of what they don't have or what other people have. And can you explain that? Go get a little more deeper into that aspect of it. Like, why do you feel blessed to be born without arms?
You know why I feel that way? And I say that is because I seen people, I saw thalidomide babies, like such as myself, but they had no arms or legs. They couldn't see. I saw a child with no ear, no lips. I'm just saying, I know I'm blessed. I know I'm blessed. I have everything I need to soar. And so when I realized that one day, long time ago, my Grandma Rogers just spoke and kept speaking and kept giving hope. And, to me, it just resonated. It just resonated. And then one day I started giving myself permission to do it. I gave myself permission. I said, Tawana, you can do this. You can do it. You got everything you need. Girl, go get it. And then I did it. And every time I tried something, the things that people told me I couldn't do, the next time they saw me, I was doing what they said I could not do. So, I am blessed without arms. I'm just an eagle without my wings. That's who I am. I'm just saying that's who I am.
And as growing up, I'm sure people took advantage of the fact that you didn't have arms.
Yeah.
And how was that growing up as a kid? I know that could be very tormenting to some kids.
Yeah.
Kids can be very cruel and ridicule. How was that growing up, going to school and just growing into yourself?
Yeah, it was hard. It was really hard and challenging. especially as a child. I got picked on, teased, talked about, mistreated, laughed
Right,
at,
right,
you name it, I went through it. So, on a daily basis, until I just realized that I had the power, to move higher, to do things that other people thought I could not do. I
right.
just gave myself permission, and I just started going and doing something step by step, a little bit,
Right.
I just kept moving and kept going higher and higher. And then one day I said, okay, Tawana, it's on and popping. Go get it, girl. And I just kept moving, and here I am, a nationally known motivational speaker, a Les Brown platinum speaker. I was trained by the best, and I just kept moving. Every time I fell down, Wardell, I got up again
Right,
and again
right.
and again. That's how I move, and that's how I continue to soar. It wasn't easy.
Wow.
It wasn't easy. No, it was not. It wasn't easy, because if it was easy, everybody be doing it. But I just made a conscious decision that I was going to live and not die, that I was going to do something greater than me. This life and the way God chose me to be born, it wasn't for me. It was to help somebody else. I know who I am, and I know what power I possess, but I see people every day that have everything, the activity of their limbs, they got their mind, they can see, they can talk, and they sit around and woe is me. All they do is whine, and complain. So I was like, you know what, Tawana Williams, you better do something. Go help the people. And here I am doing what I'm supposed to do. And this is our 25th year, and I'm super excited about being unarmed but dangerous and the Hope Coach.
Unarmed but dangerous. Where did that come from? What made that come to your thought when you got into yourself, unarmed but dangerous? Where did that come from?
That title. It just came to me actually when I started writing Unarmed but Dangerous. I had it was a team. It was about 4 other women and myself. And we just, we were talking about titles. The content was complete, but the title, we were like, somebody said, armed and dangerous. I was like, nah, that sounds like a gun. That we don't want that. So we kept going around the table. And then somebody said unarmed. I was like, yes, that's it. Unarmed but dangerous. That's it. But that title, it's a mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's not physical, it's mental. It's a mindset that I adopted a long time ago. This can-do spirit, this can-do attitude that I adopted, my self-driven determination to move forward no matter what type of situations I was in. And unarmed but dangerous, for me, I just realized that I didn't need a gun. I didn't need a weapon. My gun is my mind, my abilities, my knowledge, my skills, and my gifts. And so I just moved on that, and it just stuck. And here we are, unarmed but dangerous.
You have just surpassed so many people, because it's just amazing that you are so strong how you are. Because every time I've seen you from years ago when I first met you, you've always been smiling. You just have this aura about yourself. You're just happy, and it doesn't even seem like you have. And I'm sure you don't feel like you have any incapabilities or anything like that. How did you learn to use your feet to do everything you need to do? And how long did it take you to get that done?
Well, my mom said when I was about 10 months old, she knew, actually it was earlier than that, maybe about 6 months old. She said she knew that my feet were going to be used as my hands. She said that I would grab my milk bottle with my feet, my toes. And she didn't know how to train me. So what she did was she contacted different social services and human resources, and nobody would help her. So what she did was she wrote a letter to President John F. Kennedy in 1963. And this is just gonna blow your mind. But anyway, I'm telling some of the other stories. But anyway, this is what happened. And a couple of weeks later, he wrote her back telling her about a hospital in Durham, North Carolina called the Cerebral Palsy Hospital. He said, don't worry about the money. The people are expecting you. And my mom took me there at 11 and a half months old. And I stayed there long term for 4.5 years old. And by the time I left that hospital, my mom said I had learned to master every part of my body, especially my toes, my feet. I am an artist. I draw. I took care of my daughter when she was a baby. She's 35 years old now. I type with my toes. I type about 25, 30 words a minute with my toes. I
wow.
Ain't nothing broken over here. I'm just saying. Woo, woo. So I just adapted, I realized, and I told my mom, I said, Mom, as an adult, my mom, we talk all the time. And today is her birthday. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, wow. Happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah, she's 76 years old today, and she is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, she's so fabulous. Anyway, but we have conversations a lot, me and her. And so I asked her one day, I was like, Mom, how did you know that I would be able to, how did you know I'd be able to do all these things? She said, I couldn't teach you. You taught me. My mom said, I taught her how to take care of myself. She couldn't teach me. I taught her. So that's powerful right there. And I'm just glad that I am who I am. And I'm glad that God chose me. I'm just a vessel. And I just decided a long time ago that I was going to do this. I was going to do something for other people. I was going to leave a legacy, a significant mark in this world. When I leave here, people going to know Unarmed but Dangerous was here.
Now, how hard was that for your mother to let her child go away for 4.5 years?
It was tough. It was tough.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, she, her and my grandma Rogers, she passed away in 99, my grandma. But her and my grandma Rogers and other family members, they would come to see me over the weekend. But she did what she had to do to make sure that I was going to be taken care of for the rest of my life. And I'm so glad that she thought about me. And, that was unselfish. And I thank God for her every day for just allowing her baby to soar as an eagle. I'm just excited. Yeah.
Now, when did you decide that writing a book was the way to go? After, because I obviously you've lived a life that needs to be in a book.
Yeah.
But what was it that told you, you know what, I need to write a book?
Because I saw so much lack, so much slack in people, from traveling and giving hope to other people. I just saw so much dismay. I was like, what in the world is wrong with people? They have everything. As I just said, they have everything, but most people aren't doing anything. So I just made a decision, a conscious decision. I knew what I was doing and I did the thing. And I've written 7 books within the last maybe 12 years, 13 years, I've written 7 books. So Unarmed but Dangerous is my classic. Les Brown did the foreword for the book. It is a powerful tool. As a matter of fact, the book is getting ready to become a movie, my debut movie. Woo-woo!
Hey,
Eagle Without Wings.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. That's huge. I can't wait for you to get that going.
Yeah.
You just a load of energy and power, man. Like I just love talking to you. I like I said, I was looking at your video. I saw when you was interviewing with Creflo Dollar.
Yeah.
I used to go to that church a long time ago. He's an incredible pastor.
Yes.
That was a very impactful interview you had with him.
Yeah, it was.
What were some of the most biggest times that you can remember, that you said, wow, I can't believe that this is happening to me? What are some of those shock factor moments in your life that you had?
Dr. Creflo Dollar, meeting him
was
one of them. Yes, it was.
Right.
marrying my childhood sweetheart, Toby. That was one of them. Connecting and being friends and still friends with Les Brown. I mean, I got so many awesome memories having my daughter, because the doctors told my mom that I would never have children. My daughter is 35 years old now, and then having 3 grandboys, so I got so many moments, so many aha moments, or so many fabulous memories. I could go on and on and on, but yeah, there were so many opportunities to be able to connect with people, with maximum people. I like to say maximum people that have more, do more, know more. That's what I love, that maximum group. I love that. So yeah, it's just been an awesome ride. These 25 years, it's been an awesome ride. Yeah.
And you mentioned Toby.
Toby.
And it's how was that? Like, to have somebody to love you beyond your physicalities,
My God.
How is it for him? He's been with you all these years.
Yeah.
He's been there through the tough times, through the struggles. How does it feel to have that type of support, in your life, and somebody to just, love you on that level?
My God, I could write a book. I've already written a book about it. I'm just saying, it's just powerful. It's just powerful. Right. Toby and I, he's, what? We met each other. I was 6 and he was 12. We were children when we met.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we've been friends for over 50 years. So, the foundation was laid way back then. He protected me as a child over the summer. I lived in DC, but my grandma Rogers took me and my 3 sisters to grandma's house during the summer. So that's how I met Toby, because his family lived next door to my grandma Rogers. So one day I was 6 years old. I was on the porch, just sitting around on the porch, and Toby walked by and he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "I'm good." He said, "What's your name?" I said, "Tawana." "What's yours?" He said, "Toby." And then the next thing he said was, "What happened to your arms?" I said, "I was born without them." He was like, "Oh, okay." And we clicked immediately. He was like, "Okay." And what? It was just powerful. So we clicked immediately. And we've been, matter of fact, this year will be our 30th anniversary, Christmas Day. We got married on Christmas Day. This year will be our 30th year of being married. But he's just my soulmate, my friend. He's just a guardian angel. I like to call him my gentle giant. My gentle giant, because I'm 4'5.5", and Toby is 6'2.5". So hey, that's my boy. That's my gentle giant. But Toby, he's just awesome, and he loves me from the heart. He didn't look at what it looked like. He didn't look for the physical, as you just said, the physicality. No, he didn't look at me like that, and I didn't look at him for what he looked like. We just loved each other immediately from the heart. See, that's how you love. That's how you show enough know it's love.
That's how you,
it comes from the heart. It don't matter what you look like, what you got, what you don't have. I'm just saying, it was just, just love. It's unconditional love. And he's my best friend, and he's just my soulmate. And he just takes care of me. He tends to me, my every need. He takes care of my every need. And I'm just so glad that God chose Toby to be my soulmate.
Yeah. That is a blessing. That is a blessing. Yeah. To find your soulmate so early in life.
Yes.
And to ride throughout everything that you've gone through. That is amazing.
It was tough. It was tough though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Fighting for the addiction and all of the bad things and the challenging things that I had to go through. Toby was right there praying for me, pushing me, cheering me on. I call him my pusher man. because there are days when I get weary too. I get tired too sometimes. So, sometimes the hope coach needs some hope. I'm just saying. So I go to Toby. That's my pusher man. Yeah.
So you said you got, you got through dealing with drugs. What do you feel like you was going through at the time to make you go into the drugs?
Peer pressure. I was a follower. I wanted friends so bad. I mean, my addiction started in the 12th grade. I was a senior in high school. I had dreams, hopes, and aspirations to be on the 11 o'clock news in Washington, D.C. That was my aspiration. I wanted to be on the 11 o'clock news right beside Renee Poussin. If you're there, girl, I love you. I'm just saying. That was back in the 70s. In the 80s, I knew that that's what I wanted to do, but it didn't happen because I hung around negative, toxic friends, and
right.
In 1981, a so-called friend said, Tawana, we going to a party. I was like, okay, I'm going too. I followed the leader. And so when I walked in the party, it was smoke everywhere. And I walked in and she said, okay, Tawana, I'm gonna put this pipe to your mouth. I'm gonna light the lighter and I want you to pull. And I was crazy enough to do exactly what she told me to do. And that first hit took me for a whim.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
For 10 years, I fought that addiction. I tried and I tried and I prayed and I cried. And one day of August of 1991, I just said, God, I can't do this no more. I said, if you real, because I didn't know who God was. I was like, if you really real, I said, you got to help me. I said, either kill me in my sleep, don't wake me up in the morning, or deliver me from this crack. And the next morning I woke up, it was done. Supernatural deliverance.
Oh, wow.
Because I opened my mouth and I said, this is it. I don't want it no more. I didn't deal with it no more. And that's what happened. I'm just saying, that's how simple it was. All I had to do was open my mouth and tell God what I wanted. And that's what happened. Woo woo.
Oh, wow, man. And I guess, and like you said, Toby was there helping you through everything.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you in North Carolina, what made you come to Georgia?
Actually, I just come to Georgia often. I've never lived there.
Okay.
I just go there to visit. My personal assistant, she lives there. A lot of friends and family live in Atlanta and Georgia.
Okay.
So that's one of my stomping grounds. Yeah.
So you have decided that you want to take that book and make it into a movie.
Yes.
So what was it that made you say, you know what, I want to take this to the big screen?
I woke up one night in 2013 and it was just, I woke up and it just came to me. Get this book, get it done and put it in a movie. I was like, what in the world? How in the world am I going to do that? And as I know, what Les Brown taught me a long time ago, he said, the how is not your business. The HOW, Tawana Williams, is not your business. So that just kept, ringing in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? You don't worry about it. Just get it done. And I sat on it for years, for about 5 years. In 2018, it was reminded to me again. Okay, Tawana, didn't I tell you that, it ain't gonna happen unless you do something about it? And so I started doing something about it. I started contacting friends that were in the industry, such as yourself.
Yeah, you did.
Such as some others. And I said, this is what my vision is. Will you help me? Will you be a part of it? And everybody said yes. So I am super excited. Eagle Without Wings is coming.
Yes.
Is coming. Yes. Woo woo.
And you know what? I just got to say, because you mentioned your movie to me years ago.
Yep.
And you talked to me about it. You asked me a couple of questions about how to get it started and everything. And you said you wanted me to be a part of it,
yes.
And sure enough, years later, you call me, you're like, hey, you still interested? Like, yeah, of course. So I have to say, I have to give you much respect because, a lot of people say a lot of stuff in this business. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I
You
do.
know, and you just hold to whatever it is you say. It shows your personality and who you are as a person. And I just truly appreciate you for that because,
Oh, thank you.
a lot of people.
Yeah, I already know. I know. But yeah, you do what you do, and I love what you do. And I'm
Thank you.
super excited about you being a part of Eagle Without Wings. Man, this thing is getting ready to explode. I can't wait until we get into pre-production and all that good stuff. I'm excited. So
And you got an amazing team of people.
yeah.
Les Brown,
Yeah.
what Nunez? What
Yeah, Miguel. That's
Miguel?
my
Miguel?
cousin. Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Miguel Nunez. We
Okay.
got who else? We got Chrissy Collins,
Right.
Beyonce's background singer. She's gonna be a part of it, and she's
Oh
been on
wow.
some of the Tyler Perry movies. And we got Charles D. Clark from Empire. We got Travis Love from Black Panther,
Oh
and The
wow.
Walking Dead. Then we got Wardell Richardson from The Game and Beat the Browns. Don't play with it. And so many others. Yeah, so God has really
Man.
connected the dots, and we got other things that are coming to the table that we can't really discuss right now, but it's coming together. And I'm super excited that you are my brother and my friend, and you're gonna be one of my actors in the film. It's just gonna be
Hey, I'm
amazing.
excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Thank
I want to get a little bit more into your books and your products.
Uh-huh.
How can your book, Unknown but Dangerous, help others find their purpose?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know their purpose and how they can find their purpose. So I realized that Unarmed but Dangerous is really a tool that can help so many people get up and do something with their life. So I just, change is really what I really needed to bring to the forefront. Change,
Right.
because change is how you move. Change is how
Right.
you live. And so there were 3 changes, significant changes that I had to make in my life. And I wanted to make sure that other people knew how to make changes in their lives. But anyway, my 3 changes were, I had to change my mindset.
Okay.
My thinking had to change first, to the
Yep.
yes things, to the positive things, to the possibilities, because like I said, everything around me said I couldn't do it.
Right.
What if I would have believed that? I would, where would I be if I had listened to
Man.
the naysayers and the doubters and the haters
Yeah.
telling me what I could not do? So
You got to stay away from them.
yeah. So I had to
Yeah.
change my mindset. My thinking had to change. And then I had to change the company that I kept. Like I said, when God delivered me from my addiction in 1991, I couldn't hang around crackheads anymore. I couldn't hang around alcoholics and naysayers and negative people. I had to change the people that I was around, the company that I kept. So, I just
toxic people.
Yeah, I had to do that. And then the third change that I had to make was I had to change the way I saw myself. I had to see myself bigger than what I was and who I am and what I see in the mirror. I had to change the way I saw myself. Everything around me said, you look funny. You're too short. How you going to do this? You don't have this and you don't have that. And so one day I just had to really change the way I saw myself. I started stopping by the mirror and kissing myself and talking to myself and affirming myself and, encouraging myself, because that's what I had to do. I had to make changes for me. So being unarmed but dangerous is all about change. And so that's what I had to do. I had to start right where I was. And that was with the changes that I needed to make.
Wow. And not only are you an author and, a national spokesperson, you also are a mentor to kids. You know, I saw on one of the court shows where they called you in to mentor a disturbed child. How was that?
Man, that was so awesome. It was on the Judge Hatchett show.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, she called me because she had a young girl named TT, and TT was out of control, and she didn't want to take her to jail. So they called me to mentor her. And honestly, that was my first experience with mentorship. When they called me, I didn't know what to do, how to be a mentor. But guess what? When they said, can you do it? I said, yes, ma'am, I sure can. And I figured it out and made it happen. And TT and we're friends, and I love her. She's doing so well now. It's just a blessing, you know, just doing what you're supposed to do. You know, the how is not my business. I just moved on what I could do, and I had to figure it out. Sometimes you got to move on what you know with no instructions or directions. You just got to figure it out. And that's what I did. And that's how I continue to do what to do.
Wow. Yeah. And it's just amazing because you got to one of your lowest points, and bounce back, and just strong vessel. When did you realize that God had a special place for you? Like you was here and you had a purpose. When did that just hit you one day?
It was in 1996, and my husband Toby and I, we just had a conversation, a heartfelt conversation one day. And I was in a pity party mode. And Toby was like, he was like, stop. He said, God didn't create you this way for me, for our family. He said, God created you to let people see how defeated they live in life. You know, most people live defeated lives when they don't even have to. And I was like, wow. So Toby was like, let's do this. He gave me $300. He bought me a computer. He bought me some business cards. We prayed and we said, let's get busy. And I'm telling you, that's how it all started. Me being a motivational speaker, a professional motivational speaker. I started calling strangers to open doors for me. I emailed 50 to 60 people a day to tell them who I was and what God said I'm supposed to be doing. And it worked every time. You know, I'm just saying, it just worked. It's nothing so great that I've done. I just said yes to the process. I said yes, and I did it to the best of my ability. And I, you know, nothing's missing, nothing's broken. I just continue to help people, to give hope to people, letting them know that it's possible for them. If I did it without my arms, then what's wrong with you? You can do it. And that's my motto, you know, you can do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this. If that was one thing, just one thing that you could do right now, like something you've always wanted to do, you just it's something that something you just want to experience, what would that be?
Meeting Oprah. Meeting my girl Oprah Winfrey.
I think that's a lot of people's hopes.
yeah And I'm still believing that it's gonna happen. I mean, I've been interviewed by her producers twice when she had her talk show on TV. So I'm still, I'm inching. It's coming. It's coming. That was years ago. Huh?
What about Oprah is it that drives you? Like, what is it about her that says, you know, I just want to meet this woman?
Her smoothness. I just love her demeanor. And how she just does what she does, how she just sits in that chair and sips, and you know, through her straw. I'm like, that's me. I do that too. I'm just saying. We just got to connect. I want to be interviewed by Oprah, and I want to interview her. That's what I want to do.
Oh, that'll be an awesome interview.
Yeah, I want to interview her. I want to know more about Oprah. I've read about her, read her books and things like that, but I want to interview her from the heart. Yes, I'm speaking that thing. I'm speaking it. Woo woo.
Now, why? Now, the titles of your films and your book are unique names, I understand why. Eagle without wings.
Yeah.
What is the true meaning behind that? To me, I'm thinking a woman who's soaring to extreme heights and she don't have her arms, but maybe it's something different that you have in mind for that title.
You said it. That's it. I'm an eagle without wings. I don't have arms, And so when we were trying to get the logo for Eagle Without Wings, that right there took about 2 years to get that logo. I'm just saying, because we didn't know what that looked like. I didn't want my face there. I really didn't, because it's not about me. It's about people needing, it's not about me. It is about me, but it's really not, if that makes sense. My life and my story and my challenges, but we've all overcome challenges. I'm not the only one that's been raped. I'm not the only one actually that's been born without arms. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that I decided, I made a conscious decision to soar, to move, to go. When the odds were stacked against me, when people said I couldn't, I said, watch this. Let me show you what I can do. I might not be able to do it like you, but let me show you how I do it. And that's just me being that eagle soaring. And it's just a powerful, powerful statement to be an eagle without wings. It's powerful.
Right. So what would you say to people who are in your position?
What would I say? That's a good question. I never thought about that one. What would I say? I tell them to do it. Let's do this. I mean, I really, there's no roadmap or GPS.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just did it. I just moved on what I knew, without excuses. I just realized that you can't have both. You can't have excuses and results. You got to have one or the other. And so I just realized that I had to create what I wanted. Everything around me said I couldn't do it. So I said, okay, let me show you what I can do. And it just stuck with me. It just made me stronger, just soaring. I can't really explain it. It's just in me to be able to soar, to be able to do it, to be able to help others, that have everything. I can't explain it. I just do it.
One of the most amazing things I saw you do on a show was you had a doll, and you had the doll laid the doll down, and you plait the doll's hair with your feet.
Yep.
I thought that was just amazing.
Wow.
I said, wow. See, that showed me that you're never truly handicapped if you know how to handle what you have. If you know how to navigate around it, you're never really handicapped. That to me, you're not even handicapped.
Not at all. You're nothing broken over here. Nope. Nope.
So you were able to do your daughter's hair.
Yeah, absolutely. I braided her hair. I bathed her. I dressed her. I fed her. I burped her. I cleaned her butt with boo-boo, all of that. Everything that you would do for your baby, I did for my baby. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I did what I had to do. I put my baby down on the floor with a blanket. I put a blanket on the floor, and I put her on that floor, on that blanket, and I did my thing. I did what I do. Go to my YouTube channel and check it out at Unarmed But Dangerous. It'll blow your mind. I'm just saying. Sometimes I look at my videos, I'm like, oh my God, look at me. Because normally I don't watch myself,
Right.
I just don't. But one day I saw myself, I was like, oh my God, look at God. And I was like, yeah, that's me. Do the thing, Tawana Williams.
Who were some of your biggest heroes? Like when you think people who have just been in your life and this has been instrumental? I know Toby is one, and you mentioned your grandmother.
Yes.
Who has been who other than them, who has been some of the most instrumental people in your life that you would consider heroes?
Wow. Well, besides Grandma Rogers and Toby, my mom, Les Brown, Joe Dudley from Dudley Hair Products. He's a good friend of mine. My life coach, Art Dokes. My faith partners, Chad Vick and his beautiful wife, Tara Vick. They're pastors in South Carolina. And of course, Dr. Dollar and Pastor Taffy. I mean, I've got so many heroes, people in my life that have
awesome.
sown into me, that have brought value, more value to me. It's just amazing. You know, and it's not even about people who have money and things like that. It's just people who bring value, who's an asset. There you go.
Right.
An asset.
Right.
They are assets in my life, you know?
Yes.
So
yes.
I just thank God for the heroes in my life and the people that shown me, you know, that were my cheerleaders, that said, yeah, you can do this, Tawana. And I just kept going because of them. And yeah, it's just a blessing. I just love it. Yeah.
That's amazing. What's next for you? You done did books. You got a movie coming. What's next? What is next for Tawana Williams?
What's next for me? You know what? The one thing that I did not do because of the peer pressure, I said I aspired to be on the 11 o'clock news back in the day. So one of the things that I really want to do is I want to create my own talk show. That's in the making. So Motivation for the Soul. It's going to be a reality show and a talk show. So I'm excited. I'm excited about my next. But before that, we're going to get the movie done. And, you know, we want to create a unarmed but dangerous baby doll. I want to make, create a foot cream, you know, because my feet are my hands. And so, you know, I got a lot of irons in the fire. So I got some things coming up that are really going to blow people's mind. And they'll be like, wow, she did.
That's just amazing. You know, it's just amazing to just watch you, because I did get to watch some of the stuff that you do. And I mean, you cook and everything. Like, you know, you take her home like a normal woman would. And you always say, you know, I'm blessed to not have arms. And so many people are down on themselves and feel bad because of their, you know, disabilities. And you embraced yours and you feel like it was an asset to you instead of something that took you down.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about, you know, your life and everything that you've been through, you know, your biggest challenges in life, you know, other than, you know, you've been through, you've dealt with drugs, you've dealt with rape, you've dealt with, you know, you don't have arms. How did you keep from not surrendering to the dark side? In other words, you know, because a lot of people want to commit suicide after something like that, and you stay strong and firm.
Yeah.
You know, and surpass all of that. You know, I talk to, you know, one of the things that I do is I talk to a lot of different people who go through a lot of things, especially, you know, domestic violence and, you know, rape and abuse. You managed to get past all of that. Yeah. And that's a lot to hold, you know, and I stress that because I know people who can only take a little bit of that and can't take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you've been through that and then some.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, what was the core about, what was it in you that said, I can't go this way? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know, it's tough. It's a tough life that we live in. And especially right now, you know, I have a lot of friends who tell me all the time, you know, the police brutality, everything that's just going on in the world. To me, it seems like the world is in this bubble, and the world just said, okay, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna make y'all do this by doing this.
Mm-hmm.
You have taken all your faults, your disability, and everything, and made it something so powerful that when you go and you speak, you give life to other people. Whatever you put out, it gives life to other people.
Yeah.
What was it? What is it in you that just made you so strong? And because it's really hard. When I sit here and think about everything that you went through, I'm like, man, that's a lot to go through.
Yeah.
It's a lot to go through.
Yeah.
You have to have something really strong inside to pull you out of that.
Yeah. That's deep. And I'm listening to you. And, yes, I've had 2 attempts, the suicidal attempts, 2 of them throughout my life. And so, yes, it was hard. There were some instances in my life that could have took me out of here, but God, I just realized that, what don't kill me is going to make you stronger. And so that's what happened to me. Strength. I realized that my challenges were my strength. You ain't got to have spinach no more. Remember back in the day, it was Popeye with spinach and all that. We don't need spinach no more. Go through some stuff. And that's what I had to do. My challenges pushed me. And one day I just realized, Tawana, you got to take ownership of your life. You got to do the thing. It's up to you. It was up to me to make a decision to live and not die. It was up to me to do something bigger than myself. And I just realized that I could do it. And I did it. But one thing that I will say is that I was listening to you as you were talking, and I heard balance, because that's how I move and maneuver throughout this life in these hard times that we're all going through right now, because I don't care who you are, where you are, what you got, how much money you got, where you live.
Right.
COVID hit everybody. It hit us all. And so, I just realized that balance was the key for me to keep going, and I got tips for balance. I got 5 tips to help you balance your life. The first tip is to stop whining and complaining. Good God. Stop whining and complaining, because guess what? Don't nobody care. So hush. Don't nobody want to hear that. I'm just saying. The next tip is to position yourself around positive people. That's what I had to do. I had to position myself around positive people. The third tip is to take responsibility and control of your life. It's your life. Take control of it. Can't nobody do it but you, like you. So go do it and take responsibility and control of your life. And then the fourth tip is to upgrade your relationships and your knowledge. Sometimes we got to get some new friends. Get them raggedy, negative, toxic people, move them over and get you some new friends and get some new knowledge. Start reading some new books. You know what I'm saying? Some things that you never read before. Start learning some things that you never had before. My God, upgrade your relationships and your knowledge. And then the fifth tip is to upgrade your determination. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to position myself in my own myself. It was about me. I had to upgrade my determination. I had to see myself doing it. That's how I did it. That's how I continue to soar. That's how I continue to help and push other people, because I'm upgrading my determination daily. That's how I did it. Balance. It's the key. It's the key to your success or your failure. Balance is the key.
That's what I wanted to hear. Because I just applaud you for everything that you have done. You're just an amazing woman. You have went through so much, and you here to talk to me on my show and bless us with your knowledge and your wisdom. It's amazing to me, and I don't even know how to even, I'm sitting here still in amazement of the woman that I'm interviewing right now. So it's I'm just honored to have you on my show. And I hate that I have to let you go here in a few minutes, but I want you to get those 5 tips one more time, because people need to hear that. It's just very important for people to hear that. So if you don't mind, please give out those 5 tips again.
Okay, balance tips. Number 1, stop whining and complaining. Number 2, position yourself around positive people. Number 3, take responsibility and control of your life. Number 4, upgrade your relationships and your knowledge. And number 5, upgrade your determination. You got to see yourself doing it. My God. Woo, woo.
Yes. And that part you said about your knowledge, like, people really need to get knowledgeable about things, read books, study, understand what's going on around you, understand what's going on in the world, understand the type of people you attract.
Yes.
And why you attract those people.
Yes.
A lot of people, I hear a lot of people say that sometimes. They're like, for some reason, I just keep pulling the same type of people all the time, and they don't understand that it's not those people, it's you and the energy you're giving.
That's it.
So you have to understand and know who you are.
Absolutely.
And change yourself. Like you said, change your mindset and change who you are as a person to attract and get things that are different,
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So
excuses or results. You can't have both. I'm just saying, no more excuses. Excuses or results. You can't have both. Choose. You choose today. My God.
If you could give one tip, we got a few more minutes left. To all the fans out here, just a tad piece of advice for them before we leave the show.
Think it and do it. Think it and do it. Because you know what? Sometimes we talk too much. We think about doing something, then we think so long that we end up talking ourselves right out of what we said we were going to do. So just hush. Just think it and do it. That's how I've done it. That's how I run 2 and 3 businesses. That's how I, do all of the things that I do. That's how I did it. I thought it and I did it. I don't have to talk about it. I just be about it. You know what I'm saying? Think it and do it.
All right, then.
That's how I do it.
Now, I got 3 last things for you. The first thing, how can people get your books?
Absolutely. Exclusively only at TawanaWilliams.com. That's TAWANA Williams.com. My books are there. My artwork is there. And all of my other products are available exclusively at TawanaWilliams.com. Yes.
All right. And for your film, how can people who want to be involved or get involved with what you're doing with your movie, how can they contact you in that perspective?
Absolutely. EagleWithoutWings.com or call me at 252-291-6081 from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are looking for sponsors, partners. We want people to get involved. You want to be an extra in the movie. You want to be at the red carpet gala. Put your name on the credits of the movie. Call us. Be a part of it. Go to Eagle Without Wings. You'll see the information, and I'm excited. It's going to be a game changer. I'm just saying, it's just going to be powerful. Yes.
Okay, and repeat that number one more time.
252-291-6081 from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm in North Carolina, so I'm Eastern time. But yeah, give me a call. I'd be honored to talk with you. It's going to be really me that you talk to. But yeah, we're excited about talking with you. And, you know, if anybody needs my services as a motivational speaker, you can also call that same number, 252-291-6081 to book me, or go to TawanaWilliams.com or eaglewithoutwings.com. Everything is available. I'm also on social media. You can just Google Tawana Williams, Tawana Williams, and just reach out. I'm excited. Let's do it.
And that was going to be my last question. What's your social media handles? You answered it.
Right.
So, Tawana, I thank you so much for being on the show. Time go by so fast. It seems like we just started talking.
I know. I was like, man.
I thank you so much for being on my show. You are a wonderful person, a pleasure to talk to, a pleasure to know. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Wardell Richardson on WCEGWood, the Hollywood of the South. I will see you again in 2 weeks for my next show. And on my next show, guess what? We're going to be talking a little bit about me and my film company, and my first TV series. So I'm going to have some of the leading people on my TV series on the show September the 30th in 2 weeks. So stay tuned for that. Tawana, thank you again. God bless you. And I will be in touch with you, of course.
Yes.
We'll be talking. So without further ado, God bless you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.